It was February 8th, 1855. The night was cold and the sky was clear. A blanket of snow lay undisturbed, pristine and white. The landscape was serene. Then, under the veil of darkness, something extraordinary occurred. An event so bizarre that it would leave an indelible mark on the history of the region. As the first rays of dawn pierced the horizon, they illuminated a scene that defied all logic. The Devil's footprints, as they came to be known, stretched for over 100 miles. These strange, hoof-like prints meandered through the snow, crossing fields, rivers, and even rooftops. They traversed the countryside, leaving behind an indelible mark of the strange and inexplicable. The tracks seemed to defy the natural order, as if some otherworldly creature had passed through the land. Whispers of the strange occurrences spread like wildfire. Something was amiss in Devon. The air was thick with an unspoken tension, as if the land itself was holding its breath, waiting for the next chapter in this unfolding mystery. The tracks, resembling those of a cloven hoof, were unlike anything seen before. The villagers, accustomed to the usual wildlife of the area, were baffled by these strange imprints. Each print measured 4 inches long and 3 inches wide, a size that did not match any known animal in the region. The prints were perfectly formed and evenly spaced, as if placed with meticulous precision. They appeared as if seared into the snow, their edges sharply defined, almost as if burned into the icy surface. The precision and consistency of the prints were unsettling, too perfect, too deliberate to be the work of any known creature. Stories of the devil himself walking the earth began to circulate. It was as if some unseen entity had danced a macabre jig across the countryside, leaving behind a trail of fear and bewilderment. People came to see the mysterious tracks for themselves, hoping to catch a glimpse of the unknown. The path of the devil's footprints was as baffling as their appearance. It defied all known animal behavior and the limits of the natural world. The tracks maintained a consistent stride, approximately 8 to 16 inches apart, regardless of the terrain. They crossed rooftops, scaled walls, and even traversed rivers, leaving no sign of struggle or alteration in stride. It was as if the creature, if it could be called that, moved effortlessly through its environment, unhindered by the laws of gravity or the constraints of the physical realm. Theories abounded, each more outlandish than the last. Some spoke of escaped kangaroos, their leaps mistaken for hoofprints. Others whispered of a meteorological phenomenon, some strange interplay of wind and ice crystals. But none of these explanations could account for the sheer impossibility of the tracks, their perfect formation, and their inexplicable path. The scientific community, too, was at a loss. Experts were dispatched to examine the tracks, hoping to shed light on this bizarre occurrence. They studied the prints, measured their depth, and analyzed the surrounding snow. The meticulous examination involved not just visual inspection, but also chemical analysis of the snow. But their findings only deepened the mystery. The snow within the tracks showed unusual properties. It was as if the snow had been altered at a molecular level, something that defied the understanding of the time. It was found to be abnormally compacted and glazed, as if subjected to intense heat or pressure. This was perplexing because the surrounding snow remained untouched and in its natural state. Yet there were no signs of melting or scorching, no indication of what could have caused such an effect. The tracks seemed to have appeared out of nowhere, with no logical explanation for their formation. Local hunters and trackers, men accustomed to reading the subtlest signs of the natural world, were baffled. These were individuals who could identify the tracks of any animal in the region, yet they stood confounded by what they saw. The tracks crossed over rooftops, through walls, and even over rivers, as if the creature that made them could walk through solid objects. The consensus was clear. This was no animal known to man. Theories ranged from the supernatural to the extraterrestrial, but none could be proven. The devil's footprints remained an enigma, a stark reminder of the limits of human knowledge and the vast unknown that lay beyond. To this day, the mystery endures, a testament to the strange and unexplainable phenomena that occasionally intrude upon our world, challenging our understanding and sparking our imagination. The devil's footprints remain a topic of fascination and speculation, a mystery that continues to captivate the curious minds of today.